And whatever will happen in the future, I don't know now. But no club, no country for the next year, no other English club ever. I can promise that, even if I have nothing to eat, that will not happen. So, and that will not happen as well, by the way. So, thanks to Liverpool.
Well, that rules Jurgen Klopp out of the race for the Black Stars head coaching job. As we see Coach Chris Hughton here get back to London, UK, after he was axed from the Black Stars job. A fan seeing him at the Heathrow airport, taking a selfie with him. And no matter what, he is still probably loved by some Ghanaians in some quarters. But Chris Hughton's reign was not the best, and despite the issues of the FA and everything, he did not help himself with some of the substitution and decision makings in the Black Stars team. The match day when we thought Ghana had won it. But today I'm going to talk about the state of Ghana football, my impressions of the African Cup of Nations as the round of 16 kicks off tomorrow, and looking forward to Ghana football and how we can get back to our feet. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. I have to say, those of you that underestimate the power of football across the continent would be really surprised as to how many people have sort of teased me and trolled me as the Black Stars exited from the competition. It has not been easy few days here after the exit of the Ghana Black Stars from the African Cup of Nations. But it is what it is, and when your country decides not to put their staff in place and do the right things, this is what happens to you as a journalist and as a fan of the national team. But life goes on and the tournament continues. The round of 16 kicks off tomorrow, and Nigeria Cameroon will be a top lineup to look forward to. But onto the Black Stars, and as the FA announced yesterday that they had constituted a 5-member committee to search for a new Black Stars head coach in 3 weeks, it got me pondering, is this not the same FA that constituted a 3-member committee to look for a Black Stars head coach in 1 week or two and appointed Milovan Rajabak? The sports ministry issued a statement, and there was no apology for not first of all giving us a budget for the African Cup of Nations. Yes, you remember the time I told you the Black Stars players were on their way to Ivory Coast in their beautiful Kente attire, and the FA along with the sports ministry said that we need to support them, and there will be no budget. The budget will be revealed after the tournament. At that time, I thought that, my goodness, it's no longer a budget. It's not a budget if it is announced after it. It was quite unfortunate that they made such a reckless statement, in my opinion. These are the same guys who have come back to form a committee to look for a new head coach, and it's a rinse and repeat a thing that they are doing. It's unfortunate that no apology has come in officially from either the FA and the sports ministry for superintending over a very poor campaign in the World Cup and also in the African Cup of Nations, consecutively in the African Cup of Nations. Since this new administration, we have not been able to get out of the group stages of the African Cup of Nations, and it is telling. The president of the land, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, would have this stain on his reign. As the president of the land, the country never made it past the group stages, and the last time that happened was in 2006, when, unfortunately for him, his party was in power. Not to dive into politics here, but I want him or whoever is in government to know what it looks like. It doesn't look good for them, and they have to really take hold and take charge of things as it stands. The Ghana FA have a chunk of the blame to take. These are the same guys who are going to select a new head coach, and from the criteria they gave, it eliminates a lot of African coaches, a lot of coaches who might have potential but not have the 15 years of experience that they are looking for. It reminds me of when I was looking for a job as an intern or as my first job coming straight out of the university, and most of them were looking for years of experience. That's another story for another day. But the criteria for looking for a Black Stars head coach doesn't seem long term, and it doesn't look like we're going to get out of the woods anytime soon. No apology, first of all, for mismanaging our monies. How much it was is anyone's guess. We're yet to hear the figures as of now. That was the first mistake, not giving us a budget. It's unfortunate that this FA don't see it fit to issue an apology to Ghanaians. Neither does the sports ministry. It looks like they are in bed together and they are not looking for a solution to our football. I am still in Ivory Coast now, covering the African Cup of Nations, hopefully to the final. And it has been quite painful to watch at times. Looking at other countries prepare for their games, training sessions, press conferences, and it hurts me that we lost and got out of the competition in such a manner. Players are back to their club sites and they will do well. The report in camp and various reports saying that most of the players don't like how things are managed in the Ghana national team. It just goes to show that probably there are divisions in the team and quarters of divisions. Divisions within a national team helps no one. Chris Hughton might have gone, but he is just a bit of the problem wrong with Ghana football. Hopefully we do address it and get a competent coach in charge. But if you are entering into relationship after relationship, and this is the analogy that I think will best make you guys understand, and you are the constants in the relationship and all the relationships are not going well, and you think that changing relationships all the time without changing some aspects of yourself or what you do, your behavior, what you put into the relationship, if you don't change any of that and you think everything is going to go well, you are in for a surprise, because you'll be repeating the same thing and expecting a different result. And that is the definition of insanity. Whoever our next head coach will be, hopefully he does do well. But if those in charge don't change their attitude or don't change how they handle our football, not even Jose Mourinho or Jurgen Klopp, should he decide after 1 year, or have Renard, will have as much success with the national team as we think. Those are my 2 cents on the matter. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box on the state of Ghana football. Round of 16 begins tomorrow. Let's enjoy the rest of the continent here in Ivory Coast. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great evening.